The holidays are here, and so is all the stress that comes with it. And this holiday season, I have a challenge for you. I'm Dr. Jeff Cumro down at Better Life Chiropractic and Wellness. And, it's easy to get caught up in the holidays, and it's easy to risk our own health to serve others, right? We go and we work harder to pay for all of the things. We go out and spend extra time doing all of the extracurricular activities, right? We have all the extra parties, we have all this extra stuff that requires more time and energy from us, time that we might not be used to dedicating to those types of activities. It's easy to give up sleep during that time, whether it be from stress or from those extra requirements. It's easy to eat a bunch of junk food because we have that. I don't know that it's necessarily a need for us to eat it, but we feel like somebody's going to have to eat it. Somebody put in all the work to do this, and we feel like we have to be the ones that actually put it in. Otherwise, it looks rude of us, right? Some of you may have felt some of these things, and that's a difficult part of the holidays. Is with the holidays comes all of this extra stuff. The stress is always going to be there. The lack of sleep is difficult to get around when we have all these extra responsibilities. But there are ways around that. The eating differently, the drinking more. There's a lot of things that go with this, and that's something that is just it's been with the holidays for a long period of time. But everything has gotten more and more commercialized, and as that has been the case, it has been more and more. It's a compounding thing. Every year it gets more and more necessary to do that, right? And we've got to get out of that mindset of some of this stuff being necessary. So, what are some of the things that we want to look at here? And I just want you to enjoy the holiday. Sit back and look at all the things. We feel the need to get everybody gifts, but this year let's give ourselves a gift and look at the things that we have to be thankful for. We were gifted perhaps the most advanced piece of machinery to bless the earth, right? We were given the human body and the human brain. It allows us to do so many different things. And no matter where you're at on your journey, some of you may be, fighting a chronic illness. Some of you may be, dealing with brain fog or, chronic fatigue or different things like that. We still have so many things to be thankful for. So sit back and be thankful for the gift that you were given, because we're all given an incredible gift in that. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, how are we taking care of that gift? So, if somebody gives somebody a Christmas present and they open it up and they're like, we have a pretty good idea they don't really appreciate that gift, right? But we're all so guilty of doing that so many times. And this is not to guilt you into taking better care of yourselves. This is not to say you're doing things wrong. It's just very, very easy to take the gifts that we were given for granted. And I've done it myself. And when you lose that, when I got diagnosed with autoimmunity, I was really concerned that I was going to get a cancer diagnosis instead. And as stupid as it is, I was thankful for the autoimmunity diagnosis because it wasn't cancer. So that was a better outcome than what I expected. And it shifts perspective of things. At the time I was personal training, and I'm like, okay, people with thyroid disease, they tend to gain weight. They tend to, have trouble with exercise, different things like this. I'm like, how am I going to make this work? If I'm trying to tell somebody else to exercise and I'm not in very good shape, that doesn't look the best, right? And I'm somebody who likes to be congruent in that stuff. I am not going to tell somebody to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. And yes, there have been supplements that I've recommended that I haven't taken myself because I don't have the same issues that somebody else has. There are a lot of supplements that I will try before I recommend them to somebody else to say, hey, you know what, this was my experience. This is the pitfall you need to watch for. You might have an upset stomach if you don't take away food, whatever the stuff may be. But I try and be as congruent as possible. And that left me at a place where I wasn't very congruent. So that we have a lot of things that when we shift our perspective, we have so many things to be thankful for. So on this holiday season, no matter what you're doing, try and shift that perspective. Look at what the things you are what things do you have to be thankful for? How can you better care for them? How can you show that appreciation in a better way? It may be eating a little bit better. It may be going to bed at a consistent hour. It may be getting a little bit more exercise. Whatever it may be, look at what you can do and look for ways to implement that. How can you implement that? Not at the beginning of the year. How can you implement that right now? to take those next steps. So no matter what you celebrate, I hope you have a phenomenal holiday. Happy holidays, whether it be Merry Christmas. I know Hanukkah's, getting toward the end here. We're a little late on some of that stuff, but no matter what holiday you celebrate, I hope it is phenomenal. I hope you take care of your family, your friends, and all of that stuff. But I also hope you take time to take care of yourself. So as always, I appreciate you taking time to tune into this. I know your attention is one of your greatest assets. I appreciate you spending some of that with me, and I will catch you on next week's video. Happy holidays.